have to bring up on the tab.
Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to another Friday night live stream for the Georgia Shooters Connection. We want to thank everybody for coming. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, and it's we might go off the deep end here before long. We got the usual suspects: my man Chico Wise, my brother Kyle Lusk, our other brother from another mother in Ohio, Mr. the Crazy Scotsman. We're going to have, hopefully, we're going to have a on-the-scene report from Uncle Jim's house in Utah. And we're going to talk about crazy legislation, the craziness that's going on YouTube, and what we can do about it. And with that, we'll start off like we always do with my man, Chico Wise.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having us. Everyone, thanks for having me, and everyone, thanks for joining us. It's Friday, and it's our time to unwind and get some stuff off our chest. Sometimes we don't talk political, y'all know it, and stuff like that. But certain things need to be talked about on different platforms and stuff like that affects all of us as a whole in general. But I'm excited and interested and curious to find out what you guys think and what's your concerns and what's your likes and dislikes. So, Brother Kyle, what you been up to, man?
I've been doing a little casting. Going to do a little bit more tomorrow because the day ain't going to be worth a crap. We're expecting thunderstorms and tornadoes and that kind of stuff. Got my kids with me, or one of my kids with me tonight. He's in there. He's fed, and of course, by now he ought to be able to take care of himself. He's 16, so. There's just been a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I know we don't generally talk politics, and I'm okay if we don't talk them tonight, but yeah, there's some weird stuff happening. That's for sure. Everybody needs to keep their heads on a swivel and stay informed. Go for it, big guy.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone out there. Yeah, we don't normally do politics over here. You guys know we do on my side, but I'm also trying to avoid that right now for some good reasons. But we will definitely get into it a little bit tonight. But definitely good to see everyone. Good to be here. Appreciate the invite as always.
But Jamie does reserve the right to make us all shut up at any time.
Like that could happen. Y'all just kick me to the side and keep going. So, it's all right.
You're not like Rodney Dangerfield. We got respect for you.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm kind of like Rodney Dangerfield. I don't deserve any respect. I believe it was Groucho Marx that said I would have nothing to do with any club that would accept me as a member. Am I that old? Anyway, first things first. I wanted to kind of wait till we got a little bit more folks in here, but there's Jerry. Hey, buddy. I have seen it, Michael. I thought that was a rant. We got the Emperors out there. One day, me and the Emperor is going to go live. Emperor, we probably need to do that on a Saturday afternoon sometimes, and just talk about 350 Legend, 358 Eagle, that kind of stuff, and compare it with the 35 Remington, 357 Magnum, all that kind of stuff. So we'll probably get Chico to join us too, and the Scotsman if he wants to. Be pretty fun. But what has gone on in Virginia? Who knows something about that can tell us?
All right, I've got a good bit of information, and they were talking about it on the radio in Georgia tonight as I was driving to get my children. They don't think that all of the other the crazy lunatic stuff is going to even be brought forth, because they know if it passes, it's going straight to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is going to strike it down and make the Second Amendment stronger by preventing any state from making laws like this, which the Constitution already does. But the Supreme Court's going to say it, and they don't want that to happen. What they're looking for and may get pushed through is better background checks. They're wanting to do magazine bans. They're wanting to limit the number of guns you can buy per month, which all of this is unconstitutional, but it's not cut and dry like they're all the crazy stuff everybody's heard about. It's not as cut and dry as that if it goes to the Supreme Court on some of these things. Because one thing you got to look at, Virginia is a Commonwealth state. What they did is all the news got out of all this crazy crap that they were trying to push forward. And so what they did today was they made the Capitol building, the Capitol grounds, the Pocahontas building, anything around the Capitol. And the only reason I think they took the Pocahontas building in there is because I think it borders the state Capitol property. And they turned it all into a gun-free zone. Guns are banned, and they've relocated or bringing in all kinds of extra state troopers because they expect a lot of people to show up on the 20th saying what you're doing is wrong, and we're here to tell you. And since now, if they make it where nobody can be allowed inside the perimeter that they set up with any type of firearm whatsoever, they're just going to have to go in there and drag the governor out of the house physically. Which I'm not advocating violence at all, but they're so scared of what they've done that they've made it where, and you used to could go into the Virginia Capitol building with a firearm. You didn't have to check it, didn't have to do anything like that. As long as you were totally legal, they didn't have a problem with it. But they've made it where no firearms are allowed on there, period, unless you're law enforcement or military. And that's not good, guys. You know. But anyway, that's my take on it. And they were talking about that on the radio, and that's what I got out of it. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, brother? He's gone.
We got Sharonda joining us. I'm glad she's back. Missed her for the last 2 weeks. Woman went off and killed a deer. So Kingpin is saying that the grounds around the Capitol are not a gun-free zone yet.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm looking at an article right now. It was updated 2 hours ago, and the title is Virginia lawmakers ban guns at state capitol in first of many expected firearm votes. And just skimming through it, just like Kyle was saying, prior to this, where did it go? It said if you had a CCW or a carry permit, you were allowed to anyone with a concealed carry permit was previously allowed to bring a gun into the Capitol, which I think that's it's different because I don't think you can do that down here in the dirty South. But with that being said, it says although firearms were banned from certain parts of the building, according to the Associated Press, and obviously Democrats have said the new law is a safety measure. Here's my thing about gun-free zones. I dislike the heck out of them because right now I know the rally is coming up, but yeah, they'll probably have, state troopers and local police and other people there like securing the area. But what I'm thinking after that gun-free zone, to me, in my opinion, becomes a target.
Here's the thing. So with the way they're coming out with all these laws that they want to introduce and put in place, they're so sporadic that I don't trust a word they say.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
They're saying right now it's Capitol grounds, or in the Capitol itself, in the building. It could be, 3 miles down the road. They could say you're within this much and arrest you for it. They're making them up as they go.
Oh yeah, that's that. If you give them an inch, they'll take a yard. And I think a lot of people has the same thoughts like most of us do. I don't want to relinquish any of my rights as a citizen, United States citizen, but also as a pro Second Amendment family person. I ain't trying to do that at all. And even though I'm not in the state of Virginia, it's like a domino effect, if that makes sense, or it could be a domino effect for other states.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, think about this. It's been said for years. The stuff that happens in California, New York, New Jersey, and everyone always goes, "It'll never happen here." Now look,
right.
Virginia is one of the freest states in the nation, or freest Commonwealth states in the nation, and now look at what they're trying to do. So saying it can't happen here, it'll never happen here is just being blind.
That's why you got to vote. You gotta write your local representatives and call them and email them, and then do it again and then again, and then have your friend do it, and then have your 9-year-old son do it or something. You know what I mean? Seriously though.
That's it. Have your heck, go to the graveyard. Have someone from the graveyard. Right. If everyone votes from the graveyard, they get their vote too. So.
I'm extremely proud of everyone. We haven't made it political yet. It's all about gun rights.
That's it, man. It's about rights in general.
Yeah.
It's not just gun rights. They're infringing on more than just gun rights.
If you lose the Second Amendment, you're going to lose the rest of them.
Yeah.
And they know that.
And you,
hey, Sharanda.
Oh, sorry, I had to take the mute off. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Doing good, honey. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
You get a big buck, Dom?
No, it was antlerless season, but I got 153 pounds of Bambi's mama.
Woo-hoo.
There you go. Big dough down. Heck yeah.
Chico, did you try that sausage yet?
Yeah.
what's up with that now?
I don't know. I just, I felt like if I want to write some people, and I'm being serious, but I'm joking. You guys know sometimes I have a playful manner, but all this stuff it's a little disheartening. You know what I mean? So if you got to get in a lonely space to write someone to put something together, I'm not willing to give up none of my damn rights. Excuse my language, but you know what? I'm not willing to give up none of the. If I don't want to give up any ability to protect myself or my family. You understand? And that all falls into the, for me, the Second Amendment first. And it's like you said, if that goes away, everything else falls behind it. So
Dorzax makes a really good point, and I would love to comment on that, but if I do, I'm gonna go off on something I shouldn't on Jamie's chat. So sorry, but yeah, you make an excellent point, Dave, but I'm not gonna get into that.
And I know I don't usually put much of anything political on any of my social medias. Every once in a while I'll go off on a tangent, but I try to explain it to a lot of my friends, especially females. I'm like, we're fighting for our gun rights and our uteruses. I'm going to need you ladies to be a little bit more active about what's going on and the things that we're seeing on the news with our 2A and a lot of these laws that they're sneaking in.
Yeah, one right's just as good as another one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're willing to fight for that, you ought to be willing to fight for all of them.
Exactly. Because I live in Missouri, so we're on a fine line about a lot of things.
Right.
The thing about it is you got these crazy left-wing liberal bedwetting, tree-hugging liberals, politicians that are trying to do all this stuff. Then you got a format, a social media outlet, several of them that are trying to take away our First Amendment rights to exercise our Second Amendment rights. You just feel bombarded. I do. And I'll put this up. Kingpin said earlier, united we stand, divided we fall. And that's what they're trying to do, particularly on YouTube. They're trying to divide us. And it's time that we've got to come together and
it's real simple, man. And you know, it's sad that this has to come from someone like myself who came here illegally, but you know, it's the United States of America, not broken down, split up America.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave, you're good, man. I'm just fired up, man. It's there's a lot I could say. It fires me up bad because it hits a hard point at home. So we'll get into that video probably in a month or so when I have something else taken care of. In the meantime, I'm that video.
The emperor is from Missouri, like someone on the panel here. You show me.
Show me cross the line.
That's it. Good old show me state. I used to live in Joplin.
Well, divide. If we let them divide us, and they're doing a fairly good job of doing it. When you look around our community, we've got too many factions in the 2A community, in my opinion. And I think one of the things that Scotsman and I are both trying to do is unite the shooters more with the reloaders. And I think we're doing some good work there, but we can't let these liberals divide us, and we've got to come together, and we've got to do something. We can't just sit here and say, well, they're not going to come to Georgia. Well, they're in Georgia trying to do the same BS.
Yeah, they've been here actually. Yeah.
The weird thing is, I think one side is looking and seeing the country starting to come together, and they can't stand it. So they totally jump off the cliff and throw a whole basket of eggs in one frying pan, hoping one of them will cook.
Well, and that's it. They're hoping one will stick, man.
And
if one sticks, another one's going to stick somewhere else, and it's going to be a constant rolling on process.
And it always is. But I have seen a lot of people that wouldn't talk to each other 4 years ago sit down and have dinner, you know, and they sit there and go, what are we arguing about? We don't even know what we're arguing about. And I think that's amazing. And it's not one person did it or one party did it or anything like that. It's people are starting to look at things and make up their own mind and quit being told what to think. I know a bunch of diehard right-wingers that have been told what to think their whole life, and that's what they believe. No, you have your own beliefs. Believe what you believe in, and then support the person that believes in that. And that's what the whole thing's about, but it's been turned upside down and inside out so many times, people don't know what they believe anymore. So they're waiting on somebody to tell them what to believe, and that's the damn downfall of this country.
Well, the biggest part to that too is they believe what the media says, and the media is fed by the whole leftist agenda. So
I ain't never let the media tell me anything except where the traffic jam is on my way to work.
And they're all bought and paid for, so it's yeah.
Yep, they control what goes out. Yeah, you know what? I like facts. I like math, right? 1 + 1 = 2. So if you look at the facts about everything that's been happening, gun control, right? Just look at a specific city or state, right? Chirac. Oh, I'm sorry. Chicago, right?
That was real petty, sir.
Chicago has some of the strictest gun laws. They still have the highest homicide rate. That should show you that those gun control laws, they don't work. They're
It's
not.
almost like criminals don't follow the law.
I don't know how many of you guys know Tom Olafson,
Yeah, he's he's out there.
but Tom is right in the middle of Chicago. He's right in the thick of it. And he used to be a judge. And a lot of you might not know that, but he used to actually be a judge. And he got so tired of it because of all the killings and all the rest of it going on that he just couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
He's
That's
a
why I don't
lawyer.
like-
He's a lawyer now, but he's on a different side of things where it's easier for him and he doesn't deal with all that stuff. But it's just crazy. And every day he sees something and shootings constantly.
It's the same thing day in, day out on the news. I want to see somebody rescues a puppy from a sewer drain in the middle of a thunderstorm. That's the story I want to hear. I don't want to hear somebody shot somebody over here, then somebody shot somebody over here.
I want to hear the one. Hey, guy in Texas, here, boom, here's a hero. Why isn't that hero on TV? Why is he not shaking the president's hand?
Exactly.
For being a hero.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and you definitely right about that because that whole ordeal, only place I seen it was on social media.
That's the only place you'll see it.
Yeah. And I don't watch the news for a long time now, unless it's the weather, and that ain't even the truth. Yeah. Only people that can lie and still keep their job, almost. But I agree, man. That should have been national news. Then again, I don't watch the news, so.
I love the way that Fuzz put it. This has been a while back. He said, gun control laws aren't going to stop any crime. It just gives some prosecutor some way to prosecute it after it happens. I thought that was a very informed and well put statement. It ain't going to stop nothing. It just gives somebody another charge to throw at somebody.
Well, I've told y'all over and over how I feel about it. Anybody that's seeking to do harm and do damage and chooses a gun to do it is choosing one of the least effective manners to hurt people in a mass scale.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you look at the Oklahoma City bombing, they killed 200-something people with diesel fuel and fertilizer.
And that's it. You can make any type of device you want at home with stuff from the hardware store. And 99% of this you can find online. And they just, again, it's just all about the guns. Take the guns. Because they know if they take the guns, they control us. It's that simple.
Hey, Scotsman. Remember this?
Yeah.
Almost out.
Need to get you some more.
I can't find it here. They ain't got it.
No, you're not gonna find it there. You gotta order it online.
Oh, that explains it.
I'll shoot you the link.
I took the 10 in, and he goes, I can't get that.
I'll shoot you the link for it.
I said, man, this is fine on a Friday night in the middle of the YouTube live chat.
Well, I just thank everybody that watches and hopefully takes something out of here. But I read a book once. Yeah.
Just one?
Right. Well, I've read 2 books. One book I read all the way through several times, but I read a book once called Man of the House about it was the autobiography of the Speaker of the House from a liberal from Boston, from Massachusetts. I can't remember his name, but he was the Speaker of the House forever back in the 70s and 80s. Tip O'Neill. Y'all remember Tip O'Neill?
Name sounds familiar through reading. Yeah.
Well, his opinion was that all politics is local, and it is. You know, a politician, or well, let's go back before we call them politicians to when they're running for office. They have to appeal to the voters in their local area to become elected. Once they're elected, they have one main job, and that's to be reelected. Can we agree on that? So you've got to toe the party line enough to where the party is going to back you and give you the money to take back home and spend on your campaign. But you've still got to appeal to the local voters enough to where they will elect you and send you back. And that's how you get professional politicians. If you want all of this stuff, that's right, John. John's hand loading. If you want all this stuff to stop, you're going to have to do term limits. You're going to have to vote in term limits. And I don't think that will ever happen.
None of them will ever vote for that.
They have to. They're literally voting to cut their own throat. Right. And all the stuff about giving them a pension and health care and all that for the rest of their lives, that's BS. That's crazy. And let's try to kind of go on something a little more pleasant. Idaho was talking earlier about he's doing a giveaway, so we need to all go check out his channel. You want to tell us something about it? Mr. Idaho Rogers, USMC.
Oh, he's out there. He's just typing.
That's it in a nutshell, Dave. We can't be the land of the free and the home of the brave, live in peace. There's always got to be some kind of crap stirring up.
It's all about keeping them in the job they've had for 50 years that they shouldn't have had for 50 years. Keep making sure they got a payment for life, even when they leave that job. You know, and they got. This is the thing, though. It's not a job. It's a service. They're supposed to be serving us.
It didn't used to be a job. You found your way to D.C., so projected your constituents' opinions on the rest of the legislature. Then you went back home and you grabbed the plow. You went back to the flour mill. You went back to your lawyer's office. You went back to whatever. You didn't get paid for it. Now, I think they started giving them $50, which this was back in the 1890s or something, or 1830s, which that was still a lot of money back then. But then they extended the time that they had to be in DC, and people had to really want to be a representative to go be a representative, because it's taking all kinds of time away from your family. Think about it. Back then, it was horse and buggy. It might take you 2 months to get to DC, and then you're there for 3 months, and then you get 2 months back. Hell, you work in the field for 2 months and turn around and do it again. You know, it was a lot of work for $50. That's the way it should be now. Do you want to do the work? This is all you're getting. It'll bring back people that actually care about the people they're representing. I mean, look at Pelosi's district.
Here's the thing, man, and I've said this for a long time, and everyone's, you know, drain the swamp. And the easiest way to drain the swamp is just eliminate the swamp completely and start over.
And I hate to talk about the late Elijah Cummings, but his district in Baltimore, and you can ask the people that are living on the street. Yeah, he's been promising us all this stuff for 50 years, and we've never even seen him. He's never come talk to us. We don't know what's going on. And apparently he doesn't either, because he hadn't made any of these promises that he hadn't kept any of these promises that he's made. Why does he still have that job? Because apparently he's not representing you. You know, y'all keep voting for him, and that's what you're going to get. It's been the same way. I think he was in there for 30 years. And then you got this jackwagon from Atlanta that thinks that Guam's going to capsize if we reinforce the Marine base there. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, and you still draw a check that I pay for? That you pay for? That you pay for? That you pay for? I'm like, you think an island's going to capsize if we beef up the staff there? I mean, I couldn't believe that. Well, I mean, I've talked bad about him too, but now that he's passed away, I don't feel right bad mouthing somebody that can't defend themselves. So,
Sharenda Chico can help you with that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
what you got? I'm sorry, I think we're moving off of politics.
You're hunting something, aren't you? What are you hunting?
Says the speaker of the chat.
You can't figure out the little icon picture. I put a message in the private chat there. But yeah, if you jump out of the stream for a second and then you click on the little icon in the box, you should be able to add a picture.
Okay. Let me try.
You got to jump out for a second.
Yeah, you gotta turn your camera off. Are you out on my avatar? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Hey, Sharenda.
You know, I'm a brat. I was like, ooh, I want one.
Surrender, when I seen that picture when Chico put it up, I said, man, Chico looking Marvin Gaye cool tonight, dude. But that's as far as we're going to go. I don't want to start singing. The thing about the police are they're, I wouldn't want their jobs, and I try to respect them. But when push comes to shove, they are, somebody said earlier that they look at us, I think it was Jerry, said that the politicians look at us as mere cash cows, as a way we're taxpayers. We all got the same name, John Q. Public, we're taxpayers. There's thoughts of an old soldier. Yeah, we'll do the varsity. Anytime you want to come to Kennesaw, man, I'll meet you there.
I got sidetracked on that one. I was told it was going to be New Year's Eve, and then y'all come to me a week early, going, "Hey, you coming?" I'm like, "What?"
Well, but my point is, the police are turning into another aspect of the fundraising. Government making money. The government makes money off the police.
Well, here's the way that I look at policemen or women, whatever. I grew up calling every one of them policemen.
Hey. There's no need to be politically correct here.
Well, here's the way I look at policemen. They are our second defense or second line of defense at personal defense. You should be your first. But they are your first line of defense in a court of law, because any judge or lawyer will take a policeman's statement a lot more serious than they'll take yours. So if they take your statement, then the policeman comes right back behind you and says the exact same thing happened. They're going to believe you a lot more now.
Here's the thing when it comes to some of that stuff, like, so part of what I did beforehand when I was in the firearms industry was concealed carry classes and some of that stuff too. And one of the things that you learn, and one of the things that we taught people, is if a policewoman gets involved in the shooting, they don't have to give a statement right away.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have 48 to 72 hours before you have to give a statement. Whereas you, the public, are going to be hounded to give a statement immediately. And we always advise people, use your rights, and get your lawyer, and don't say a word until you are clear-minded.
As soon as my lawyer gets here, which usually takes me about 2.5 weeks to get a reply from him, I'll give you a statement. But they're going to keep your ass in jail till they get it.
You got to have a clear mind before you start saying anything.
When adrenaline's flowing and the blue lights are still flashing, don't say a word to anybody about anything. Not even the cab driver, the tow truck driver, anything. Don't say nothing to nobody because you don't know what's coming out of your mouth.
Don't even tell them your name.
Yeah, I doubt any of you people, because I know I'm not, any of you people are able to, if something just, 30 seconds after the situation ended can make a cognitive sentence that somebody can understand and dictate down, because that's what they're going to jot down, and that's going to be your official statement. And then somebody else's attorney is going to say, hell, he can't even talk. He didn't know what he was doing.
Kingpin puts a really good statement right there. I don't know if you see that one, Jamie.
Yeah, respect them, don't trust them.
Yep. That's exactly it. Respect them, respect the authority that they have, as long as they don't overstep their bounds. And, again, keep your mouth shut. Don't say a word until you are clear-minded and exactly on.
If they overstep their bounds, you're instantly not clear-minded. So, fine. Take me to jail. Let's go. Then you got plenty of time to cool off in there and go, now, you want to hear what happened? This is what happened.
Oh, yeah, you'll be hounded in jail as well, but you will, again, just stand your ground.
Vanessa Kitty,
you don't have to say a damn word.
I don't have to tell a cop anything. He can look in my wallet and get my identification. That's all he needs to know is my name. I don't have to say anything until I'm ready. Of course, I'm going to sit in jail until I do, but that'll give me plenty of time to cool off and figure out what I'm going to say, which is going to be the truth, but how to phrase the truth where they can understand what happened.
Yep, because they're going to ask you, and then they're going to come back and ask you, and then they're going to come back and ask you, and they're going to come back and ask you again and again and again, and hope that your story changes somewhere and catch you in a lie, or catch you in something not technically a lie, but you are so hyped up with adrenaline that you don't know and remember exactly and slip up somewhere, and they're going to go, oh, you did it on purpose.
And Thoughts of an Old Soldier just put something up that I was going to say. Go to uscca.com and get their little handbook. Everything they tell you is exactly within their rights, and you cannot be held accountable or responsible for any wrongdoing until you make your statement. So make sure you're ready to make your statement.
Yep. Get the USCCA. That's who I was trained through, and technically I can train others, but I don't right now, just because I'm busy with work and I don't really have the time. I wish I did, but I don't. But USCCA is one of the best ones out there that I found. So,
and our buddy Josh Benware works for one of those.
Yeah, he's with Texas Law Shield or U.S. Law Shield, and they're good as well. I will tell you that USCCA does cover a lot more and is willing to put out a lot more money versus U.S. Law Shield.
Brody, you forgot to say Junior. Junior, put the evidence in the car.
He did have a lot of friends, didn't he, Diddy?
I wish they'd have cremated this son.
Oh, God.
I digress. But, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, ask that question, and when they say yes, just say, okay. But you're going to jail. I'm telling you. Go ahead and be ready for that, because that's where you're going.
Dang, Sharenda, I'm trying to get it up here.
And that's one of the things we always tell people, is you're going to go no matter what. So regardless, there's no reason for you to open your mouth.
You might as well go with everybody around you wondering what just happened. That way nobody knows.
Yeah. Well, it's not that, because think about this too. They're going to sit there and gather evidence. They're going to look at the crime scene. They're going to gather as much evidence as they can gather from that, and they'll get their trajectories and all the rest of it and figure out kind of what happened there. And then, you with your clear mind, once you've got it, can tell them exactly what happened, and it'll match right up.
And if it does, all right, you're free to go.
But make sure you got a good lawyer.
Right.
Dave, the Bible tells us that is true, and it also tells us that's very hard to do. And
Yeah, when I'm getting in situations, wherever they be, legal or in my place of business, I'll be like, Lord, put one hand on my shoulder and the other hand over my mouth.
Yes, sir.
Seriously,
Yes, sir.
I don't know if most people are familiar with Miranda rights, right? And a lot of people know that I work closely with law enforcement on a daily basis.
Very first one, Chico.
I've got a Miranda rights card, and this is for the officer to read. But at the very top, this is not what they're reading to the person in custody. It says, prior to questioning, in an effort to obtain incriminating statements, you must, and it's saying read these rights. But it said in an effort to obtain incriminating statements. So I'm the same way, just like you. I don't speak, I'm real, I'm respectful. Yes, sir, no, sir. And I always invoke my right to remain silent in anything. Where you going?
Yeah, right. Where you going to go? Let's go for one of these free taxpayer Uber rides to the county clink. Let's go.
I'm just quiet, brother. That's how I do it.
It's simple. Just put your hands up and let it go. Keep your mouth shut.
Like Scott said, make sure you got a good lawyer.
And you guys know that's hard for me. But like I said earlier in the chat, there's a topic I do want to talk about, but I will not do it for a while for good reason. So I am enacting that right now to keep my mouth shut.
So who's been reloaded?
How about them Braves?
So I actually have a question for you guys, and guys in the side chat too. Get you guys' opinion. So I mentioned that I'm looking at doing another build. I haven't kind of got there yet. It'll be a little bit frightened by the parts, but I did mention 50 Beowulf. Now I have options on the barrel. Do I want a 10.5-inch barrel, which is going to kick like a son of a mule, or an 18-inch barrel?
I'm thinking, and I don't know much about that cartridge, but I know it's a powerful cartridge. I'm thinking the smaller the barrel, it's gonna be gassy. It's gonna be real gassy. If it was me, I would go longer just because.
See, I'm thinking 18-inch, and with the Huber Concepts brake on there, that thing's gonna be butter.
Well, I would go with 18-inch just for the accuracy at longer distance. You're not talking about shooting in the kitchen. I mean, you're going to want to reach out a little bit with it.
Yep, Kenny, just get a hold of me, brother. We'll get you hooked up.
what are we talking about now? What caliber?
50 Beowulf.
It's like shooting a lug nut that's spinning really fast.
It's basically like a 12 gauge.
I'm gonna go with the Emperor. He ain't never steered me wrong yet.
Yeah, I was leaning towards 18, but then I kind of thought the 10.5-inch would be cool.
Oh, it would be cool, but it wouldn't be effective. I don't think 10 inches is not enough.
Do I really want a 12 gauge going off this close to my face?
Okay, I've got to address this. I've had two people tell me about my tongue comment. The Book of James is excellent. Yes, the Book of James is excellent, but the Book of James will hurt your feelings, step on your toes, and make you feel really bad about yourself, which is what it needs to do, because that is its job. As soon as you finish reading the Book of James, go read 1 John. and then go read John. Because we have to do all the stuff that James says and tells us how to live a Christian life. But John and First John tells us why, and it's because God loves you so much. And that's the truth. With my hand up. There
It
you go.
looks like it's unanimous of 18, so I think we'll go with that.
Surrender said build both.
Eagle's right. If you think you got it,
I ain't got that kind of cash. Hell, the barrel and the bolt's $300 alone. So yeah, I ain't got that kind of cash. It's a one and done.
I hear you. My Eagle, my mom used to teach me when I was little. She said, every time you think you need to pray for patience, go read the book of Job.
I'll tell you another book that's really good, and not to take away from the Bible by any means. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Kind of talking about, we talked politics earlier a little bit, and a really good, actually really two good ones is the Book of War and the Book of Five Rings. If you guys have never heard of the Book of Five Rings, go look it up. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but you got to take your time and read it real slow, chapter at a time. Divulge the chapter in your mind, and really take the time to understand what you just read.
Yeah,
because there's a lot in there. For those that don't know what that book is, that was written by Miyamoto Musashi, who was probably the greatest samurai that ever lived. So there's a lot of good information on there, and it's a lot to divulge, but just take your time with it, and it will help you become a much calmer, more understanding person. But at the same time, if you have to be a violent person, it will help you be more of a violent person at the same time, but in a calm manner.
So, Daniel, I've been taught that to understand any of the New Testament, especially Revelation, that you're going to have to understand the last books of Daniel. So Edward's trying to change the subject. Everybody's interested in the new Python, Eddie. Not all of us can afford it. There's Big Al. We can start now. Speaking of which, Mr. Chico, we are overdue for you to do that thing you do.
Yes, sir. I can definitely do that. Let me do.
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Let me do it. Come on, pop out.
You put something
It's
down.
being slow. Maybe because I got all these tabs open. Let me close a tab or 3. So we have, there we go. Pop up. Participants. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So the very first one is Big Al, Blue Hiller 260. We got Brody 556. Daniel God is my judge. Eagle Eye Shooting. Edward Petty. Fuzz T Fork 8. Idaho Rogers USMC. James Pollard. John's Hand Loading. Kingpin. PC Bullet Empire. Sean Tinery. Single Shot. The Awakening. The Texas Outlaw Michael Signs. Got Thor's Axe. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. Vanessa Kitty. Warthog 71, and that is just saying on my participants list, and I got to go back through the chat, so y'all bear with me. HMR Weapons Machinist, we've got more of you out there, and James Pollard, Vanessa Kitty, some of them I'm just going to be doubled up, Brody 556, John's Hand Loading, Thor's Axe, Hemi Scrub, The Awakening. It's showing, I'm showing 47 of you guys. Tread, hey brother, Jerry 1911. There we go. We're getting back to it. Ghost Rider. Lead Bullet Junkie, hey brother.
We're supposed to have a special guest here in a little bit. They said they might be a little bit late.
Kingpin, hey brother, he's out. Ernest Wild. Edward Petty, yeah, brother. Thanks for joining us. I'm trying to stop with my and and I'm scrolling, guys. Thanks for joining us for another Friday night Georgia Shooting Connections chat. We always appreciate the interaction with all of you. And I heard someone earlier say the GOAT former Daniel God is my judge.
The Crystal Frog will give you information.
Lever Guns, 50 tacos and French fries. You know what I'm always intrigued by? Whenever I'm doing this, what I do two methods. I got Charles Irby. I do a participants list, and it only shows, I don't know if that shows people who's commenting. Obviously, it doesn't, because we got way more people commenting. But so that's why it takes me so long, guys, because I don't want to like really leave anyone out. But we definitely appreciate all you. We got OL1 guy. I just went back. Chris 338 always here. OCD Outdoors. And I think Big Al, I said him first. I think I got almost everyone. Don't take it to heart if I didn't call your name. I'm just scrolling. Sometimes it repopulates. But yeah, thanks for joining us, man. We're already at an hour, aren't we? Almost 8 till. But yeah, anybody's been loading? I've been shooting, if y'all haven't seen.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
Yeah, how you like that camera?
I do like the camera. I like the camera a lot. Thank you, Mig. I know he's not here. He might be watching, just might be real quiet. So if you guys don't know, Mig, for my birthday, Mig sent me a action camera, and I've been playing with it. And I took it to the range to get like some first person shooter footage, and it worked good for me. I could see it from my phone. And but what I was talking about, I shot the Dirty Predator. And if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all would have seen that post. Like, I was nervous as the Clintons on trial. Seriously, but
nobody knows what that's like because they ain't never been there.
I know. KFWA, brother. But when I think it took 3 rounds for me to just like, oh man, this is happening. And on like my 4th shot, when I posted that video, I smiled. Like I smiled like a kid on Christmas, because that 4th shot landed right where those other first 3 shots landed. And I was like, I didn't even get a flyer. I felt so accomplished. But that's, I normally do good at things the first time. The second time is when stuff hits the fan sometimes. So I enjoyed it, and I'm excited about getting into more load development. I only took 5 rounds. So
yeah, I got to load up some more 358 Eagle stuff, 350 Legend, whatever you want to call it. I might start a Hangouts or something with the Emperor when I do. Glad to have KFW out there. I know he can't be with us all the time because he's real busy usually on Friday nights, but he does have an invite to come anytime he wants to. All he's got to do is let me know his email address, and we would love to have KFW on anytime he can make time to catch up with us. Big Al, we got the same weather coming in. It's been 65 today as well, and we're expecting storms and tornadoes tomorrow. But we're not getting that cold front that y'all are. We've got rain. We're expecting rain every day next week, and highs about 55 to 60, lows about 40, 45, something like that.
Yeah, us Georgia boys about to get moist.
Yeah, we got it all Christmas. I didn't enjoy that at all. And one thing I want to tell everyone, we haven't forgot you about the Dead Zero shooting. That is in the works. We're waiting to get word back from the owners and the operators of that facility so that we can get a date. I've had a lot of people either private message me or even comment and ask me about Dead Zero. So that we haven't forgot. We just
guys, we should I should hopefully have an answer for you guys next week.
Yeah,
we need to call Scott, see what's going on.
Yeah, I've been in contact.
Here's the thing. So some of you guys, if you follow Scott Insight Freedom on Instagram, you guys know he's been on vacation and spent some time with the family and had a family get together. So no one was bothering him, including me.
Right.
Even though I'm his brother from another mother, I was not going to bother him at that time. So I will be calling him later this week, and we'll get it all figured out. So
well, we yes, Big Al, it is. We got a email this week, and he has contacted.
Yes.
He has been in touch with. Bless you, Sharonda.
Yeah, with Justin over there. So he that's why I just want to. I had at least, I know Chris 338's out there. He asked me, because a lot of people need the to get that time off. So, but yeah, I haven't forgot you guys, everyone. I know Tred's out there. They've been asking. So we will.
Trust me, I'm in the same boat. I got to put my time in. I'm the low guy on the totem pole.
Yeah.
So I got to get my time in now.
So as soon as we find out, we'll let everyone out. I'm sure a few of us will make videos about it, and we'll try to get those head counts. So we can figure out lodging and all of that. So
I'm gonna try to see if we can get enough advance notice where I can get Angel to come up there with us, and because she's dying to shoot my butt. But you won't ever teach me anything about guns, blah, 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 blah. So we started Guns 101 in the kitchen the other night. And I said, you ain't going to shoot it until you know how to take it apart.
All right. So hold on. You guys have been together how long?
Oh, we've been shooting. But see, I got a bunch of dirty guns, and this is my way of conning her into cleaning them.
You sound like a politician stepping around that question.
Yep, he did step around that.
No, I answered it. Okay, 4 years.
4 years, and she's asking you to teach her about guns, and you have not done so in the 4 years.
No,
Wow,
and that's
that is a politician right there. Look, you served your first term already.
No, that's wrong. She's been shooting and all this stuff, and I've been giving her some pointers, and she actually showed a lot of interest in it.
You
Look
can't
at him
say that
backpedaling.
you just said.
I'm not backpedaling. I'm fixing to tell you the problem. The problem is
again, you're trying to make it something it's not. See, politician right there.
If you'll stop for just a second and let me continue my method of thought.
No, because it sounds
my
like
problem is, honestly, I will get a little frustrated and upset and be like, look, just put the crosshairs where they go and pull the trigger or squeeze the trigger. This is what you're doing wrong. Well, I just don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to this, and I did this on purpose because I wanted to get Kyle ranted up and raving. It was funny.
I hadn't started ranting and raving yet.
It's whenever you try to teach your wife or your girlfriend, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Get someone else to do it for you, because I've seen so many guys try to teach women how to shoot, and it's usually always the guys, and they start yelling at the wife or the girlfriend.
Which is why I want to bring her with us to Dead Zero and let you guys do it.
Have someone else that is calm-minded show them the way.
But she can take a 1911 apart. She can take a Glock apart, put everything back together. She knows
she's good.
The what now?
I said that she's good.
Right. It's form and posture, and presenting yourself, and safety is a lot. She's not really violated a whole lot of safety rules in my book. I know a lot of other people that have violated a lot more, but she's just not comfortable, and she wants to get her a carry pistol, but she likes the M&P with it as long as I put the small strap in it, for smaller hands. I can't stand it because now it feels like a Tinker toy. So I have to put my strap in it, which I think it's the large one. Might be the medium one. I'm not sure. But she loves the way all that feels and everything. And she shot all of them. She hasn't shot any of the 44s or the 50 cal or anything like that yet. So, but because she doesn't want to. But yes, I have taken her shooting. She loves an AR-15, but she said, no, I'm not shooting it because you're going to accuse me of getting it dirty, and now I have to clean it, and I have no clue how to take that thing apart. I said, we're going to work on that.
I think you need
If I can take one apart, she's good.
Jerry makes the best comment.
Glock dependable.
Glock perfection.
That was so funny up there at the range. Glock perfection. No, it's Glock dirty. Because that sumbitch was filthy. I had to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. It was so damn bad. I can't believe I let a gun get that bad. I'll be back in just a second.
That's another thing too, guys. Don't ever be afraid to take a gun apart and throw it inside a sonic cleaner.
Yep.
I do. I cheat a lot and do that.
I had to. I scrubbed on that thing for about 5 minutes, and I said, this shit ain't coming off. So I just warmed up the water and added a little simple green in there, and here you go.
Yep, absolutely. Just take the leap and do it. It will change your world.
Why would Mr. Robinson tell me I sound so kinky?
Sharenda, did you see that question out there from Vanessa Kitty?
I did, and I answered and forgot to tag her on it.
I'll be back in just a second. Let me go check on my son.
Oh, I'm debating. Okay. No, you said, but yeah, there will be other ladies out there, but that'll be awesome if you can come. We'd be excited to have you.
I need some
exact
exact dates because the way my debit card is set up, my adulting, and I like to eat. I need advance notice.
She's gonna fit right in.
Yeah, Fred, we're pretty much at the mercy of Dead Zero as far as the schedule goes. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be too hot in April, but here it is January and we're having days in the 70s. So, and Big Al, this is a Centerpoint Terminator 360, and it spits 20-inch bolts out at about 372 miles per feet per second.
Yeah. To piggyback off what Jamie said, to Tread, what they're trying to do, they're trying to, like he said, we're at the mercy of them. They're a lot of people don't know that Dead Zero hosts a lot of shooting competitions. So we're trying to get there on a day that is not one of those days because it's packed. And obviously, if you spend money for range time, you don't want to be.
The other part of that too is you guys saw last year they took really good care of us.
Right.
I mean, really good care of us. So when it comes down to it, we gotta work with them the best we can work with them because they really worked with us and really took care of us. Yeah. So we really can't complain if they say, hey, this is when you got to be here because that's the only we got.
Right.
That's what we got to go with.
Yeah, they will give us the best possible time. And last year it was complete, but everything wasn't fully functional. Like, so last I've been checking, I follow them on Instagram and everything else. I think they're totally set up for everything now. So.
Yeah, they've been getting a lot farther ahead, and I know they're looking at they were looking at building something else. I forget where it was now. But they're working on doing more stuff, so it's going to be awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not, but we'll see.
Oh, you'll make it. We'll
You're
reschedule
gonna-
when you can.
I'm relying on you to be Angel's range instructor, either you or Sharinda, because you're the only two that she'll trust.
Yeah.
I actually do have my RSO NRA. Oh, I got sidetracked. Sorry. Sure.
Yeah, and I'm certified and all that good shit too, but it's honestly it really doesn't take a certification. It just takes a patient person.
Yeah.
And
Really
that's
all it
what I'm not.
and we know that, Kyle.
I'm patient in a couple of areas, but sometimes
we know that.
it's not more my fault.
Yeah, it just takes patience and being very, very observant. You always got to keep an eye on what's going on and be in control of the situation. I've had like last year at an event that I was at. I'm not going to say what event, but someone who I know very well who is still learning multiple platforms. Had an accidental fire, missed my foot by 3 inches.
Mhm.
But I was watching and I saw what was going on and had the sense to step backwards. If I did not do that, I probably would have been missing half my foot.
Kyle, why do I always think you're in the bathroom?
I'm on the back porch, sweetie. See, look, ceiling fans and puppy dogs and toaster ovens. I'm on the back porch, honey.
So even when you're around friends and stuff like that, just pay attention to what's going on and help each other out the best you can.
Yep, it's all the time.
Yeah, Jerry, MCK been sending us pictures and updates. He ought to be up there by now.
He's still a little bit away from the timeline. From the picture he sent me, he's still he's on the right side of the big mountains, but he ain't there yet. I figure he'll get there our time, probably 11 o'clock. How come we hadn't heard anything from our special guest?
I think they're waiting on Mark to get there before they join us. So, yeah, Chico, we need to go up to John's Mountain and shoot at 100 yards here before very much longer.
You all in my head. I was thinking that I was like, I gotta stretch this girl out, like the rifle. But it's a family show. Yeah. So like doing my Dirty Predator shooting, my range, I recently joined my local range, and the drawback is it's 75 feet or 25 yards. 75 feet, it sounds longer, don't it? But it's 25 yards. So that I had my target maxed out. And I'm glad ain't nobody commented yet. Like, that's only 25 yards. But I shoot more pistol than I do anything. So, but Jamie said just what I was thinking, man. We need to either go out. Is Johns Mountain, is that the one, the national park? I get those mixed up with the other.
Yeah, it's the one up north of me.
If they say anything about it only being 25 yards, Chico, we've seen you shoot well over 1,000 yards and do it better than a lot of people. So they can't say a damn word
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you know what? I think because see a lot of people should know I didn't own a rifle. Well, I did own a rifle. I didn't have a long range rifle last year at Dead Zero. So luckily 243 outdoors and that brother right there above me, Kyle Luss, let me shoot. And I shot I hit 1,000 yards with 3 different rifles. What was that? The Compass, Kyle's Weatherby, and Josh's 6.5 Creedmoor Ruger.
Yep.
But I want to be able to work on my load development because I want to do it with the dirty I say dirty Rossi, the dirty Predator. I got to change some names.
The dirty South right there is one heck of a shooter. Don't let him fool you. He might be 2 foot tall, but he's a heck of a shooter.
It's because you have to duck in up on the doors, and you know what I mean.
Dude, I got to duck on everything, man. Heck, I got to duck in on the forklift.
I'll tell you this: I wouldn't let him shoot at me.
Scott is very tall.
Man, I smacked my head on the forklift the other night. That did not feel good at all.
Yeah, that still don't give, does it?
No. I ducked like I'm supposed to, but at the same time, I came up too fast and just at the right time.
Yes, sir. Thor's X, I agree, brother. That's why I start. I don't know if you see my company. That's why I was like, man, I gotta wear this camera because I follow Pop's Quest, and Pops does a lot of competition shooting, and he wears that camera, but he wears it not only to show people, but that's how he critiques himself.
Yep.
You can see
critiques himself and makes himself better.
It looked cool, like when I would shoot my CZ, and then but when I rewatched the video, I was just like, I could have did better than that. You know what I mean? I'm saying to myself, and I watched it again, I was like, dang, I should have pushed that target back farther. And then I watched it like 3 more times. I was like, I don't even want to upload this, man.
The only thing I would say on that, because I did watch it, is on those foam blocks, be real careful with a pistol because obviously you got that flame coming out the muzzle.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to mess up your block.
Well, you know what? I sacrificed one. I said, you know what? This is gonna be the one that's get the most work. And but yeah, I seen that. You know, even after shooting, it's gonna have a little damage, but it ain't. You know, tools are made to be used. But those blocks are awesome.
They are. They're cool.
Yeah.
And if you'll get, you know, that round bag I got for the back side, you put that underneath your hand with one of those, that'd be the ticket, man.
Yeah, because somebody said they were like, you did pretty good not to have a rear bag, and I was like, you know, not boasting, I know how to hold a rifle and try to keep it steady, but the rear bag helps.
We got to get your rifle on 100-yard range because it's not software, but it's just math skills and everything we can figure out in a chrono. I hate to say this to another chrono shooter, but Jamie, can we borrow your chrono?
Well, actually, depending on when you guys are ready to start doing all that stuff, I actually have something that I'm working on chrono wise that will work for everyone. And there's the last chance you're going to shoot it.
Is there an announcement coming?
Uncle John, thanks for joining us, brother.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, we've had 51 or 52, and I'm very interested to see how many people we can get up to Dead Zero this time. One thing I want to stress about that is this is not just for us as what YouTube would call content creators. This is for everybody. This is for you guys out there in the side chat. Y'all want to come and meet us and shoot with us and all that kind of stuff. We'd love to meet you. Mm-hmm. It's for all of us to gather together and just have a good fellowship.
Even if you guys don't want to shoot, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but even if you don't want to shoot and you just want to come and hang out, come and hang out.
Yep.
I can promise you a good time was had by all.
And I don't know if I'll be able to come. I'm definitely thinking about trying, but I'm just going to be up front. If you offer me to shoot your gun, I'm shooting your gun.
Come on, bring it.
That's what
You
it's
are
all
more
about.
than welcome to shoot 3 more AR up to 1,000 yards and have fun with it.
Heck yeah, because I am not that girl that goes, oh no, I just want to watch.
I can tell you this: I did more gun cleaning after we got back from that than I've done in a long time. We shot.
Single shot. The answer to that would be yes, but probably not a trailer.
Yeah, but there is a truck stop that we can drop the trailer at. I noticed. It's nowhere near the hotel, but it'll be on his way out. But yeah, I've got to actually get started reloading to get ready for April because we went through some lead, and I was really I had to ask, can we sift the berm when we're done? And he goes, no. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I got to do a little.
I will say this for anyone that shows up, I guarantee you a good time, and here's why. Because no matter what you do, you're all going to have fun watching Chico pick up brass.
And start
And he
making
Brass out there.
He picks up brass.
Reloader, if you take over to the steel challenge range, start picking up brass behind people's back.
You will have fun. I totally agree with Jamie and Scotsman was saying. Even if you don't, if you're not a content creator, it don't matter. You guys interact with us, guys and girls. Y'all interact with us, and that's what makes community stronger. That interaction, and then when you finally meet someone, in most cases they are who they are, just like you meet them on here. So, if
anybody's looking for a good Philly cheesesteak sandwich, come out to the Dead Zero shooting range.
And Trey, I'm gonna shoot it again. That 444.
Yeah.
I shot everything out there. I think I shot everybody's gun. 500
Yeah, that was-
Wessons.
That was nice. That 444 was nice.
It was.
That's
So
a beautiful rifle. It's got some thump, but it's a beautiful rifle.
And talking to Kingpin, since you put him up there, the Kingpin rifle will hopefully be ready to go. All I'm waiting on that is the muzzle brake. So as soon as that shows up, that bad boy will be ready to rock and roll for the shoot as well. You guys will see the Kingpin soon. I don't want to do a video until it's completely done.
And guys, you don't have to shoot 1,000 yards, but I'm telling you, it's not as big a deal as you think it is. Because I went up to when we went down to meet Kenny Eagle Eye down in South Georgia, I was popping 825 yards in the rain, in the wind, and in the fog without. I mean, second shot was on target, and the reason I missed the first one is because I was shooting at the wrong target. I was shooting at the number 2 instead of the number 2 piece of steel. I was shooting at their label.
And we all, just like Jamie said, we all had rifles out there that some of us could only shoot a couple hundred yards with them because some of them didn't have scopes. I brought a couple that had iron sights, and then I had one that was only sighted in for up to 600 yards. So,
I can
but
tell you,
still,
after shooting,
everyone hit that 600-yard target and hit it hard and hit it like crazy. So it was good.
after shooting through 243 outdoors of scopes, he's cheating. I'm out there with a fixed 10 power, and he's over there with a 16 by 24. I'm like, this is crazy. I can read the date stamp on when they made the steel.
Tread makes a really good point too. And there you go. He was out there with us. He shot the first day, but then shoot the second day. He just filmed a lot of it and was just hanging out and having fun.
He had a lot of footage too. He sent all of us links, which I've never been able to open up and copy, but he had almost 2 hours worth of footage of all of us shooting and cutting up with each other and side chats off on the back when the range was cold. It was great.
Yeah, he had lots of good, nice equipment, good cameras. I'm counting on Scotsman, Daniel. I would love for Big Al to come up.
Need to see if we can drag Fuzz out of the cat farm, come over there for at least a night or two.
Dorinda, we're going to send a private plane and a limo out to the Emperor. Dorinda. But yeah, you know, that's where I was, Dave, is the pure intimidation. But I know you did, Trent. I was talking about 243 Outdoors. He had some pretty cool cameras. Scott definitely had some nice cameras.
There was a lot
Scott
of footage that was shared between a lot of people. It was really good.
and you guys almost every week y'all bring up Nathan, and we had some interaction with him this past week, and we got some good news from him, but we're not at liberty to discuss it. He'll have to come on here and make an announcement himself. So
Yes.
I hope you're watching, Nathan.
Oh crap! What was I going to say? You threw me for a loop there, Jamie. Yep. Carry on.
Yeah, like Thor just said, it seems intimidating, and I'll tell you, when we first jumped on that 1,000-yard range, the first set of targets you see are 100 yards, and it looked like you can throw a rock and hit them compared to the 1,000 yards. Like, where's 1,000? It was like all the way down there. It's like, so what's these targets right here? They was like, that's 100 yards. I was like, it looks so close. Yeah.
It looked like you could almost pee a Uncle Jay on there.
It's like, man, it looked like you could lob a rock and throw it and hit it. And I was
There's
like,
one in every crowd, Michael.
Every crowd.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If you don't know who it is, guess what?
You don't know who it is.
It might be you. Yeah, we all know Von Reloading, OCD.
I hadn't heard from him though.
I know he's on recovery. I watched his video about a month back. He was still on recovery. He's doing some, I think he's doing some videos, maybe with like some review. No, don't get me the line. I watched one of his videos. He's still on the recovery process. So he has some broken arms and everything.
I've got a 4x12x44 on my 270. I think I can do it.
Yeah, Kenny, I was out there with a fixed 10 power, and the only reason I missed the first shot is because I didn't account for the 15-mile-an-hour crosswind at the end of the range.
Most of the stuff I'll be bringing will be 4 to 16.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Jeff, 243 Outdoors, Jeff.
Josh.
Josh.
I was close. He had some nice optics, and I was like, wow, this is just cheating.
He had that same scope that Al's got. Let me go back and find it. Yeah, that no, it wasn't that strong. It was a Citron, but it wasn't that strong. I think it was what was it?
He had one that was a 16x24 or something.
I think it was
24.
He had one that was pretty far up there.
Well, it made me feel real good when he picked up my rifle and goes, "Damn, this is good glass." I'm like, yeah, it is.
I know I shot the 6.5 Creedmoor first. I can't remember what scope he had on it, but it took me a minute to really get comfortable on that scope because just trying to find my eye relief properly and get my position right on that gun. And the
You can
table,
tell it's for
if
him.
you guys, just a note for you guys out there, if you guys are tall like me, the tables are real low. So
Yeah.
be prepared to try and sit down and be finicky to get your placement because they are low tables.
We all wanted to go prone, but then they said no. If everybody's not going prone, we're not going prone. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I was ready to lay up and lay it down.
I think, and part of the reason they didn't want people going prone too last year was because a lot of stuff wasn't set up yet, and they had one part of the one end closed off and part of the other end closed off. So they were really trying to watch everyone that was there, and only had 2 people up there to watch like 30 people. So, it's all about the safety aspect of it, and we get it. So I believe this year they'll probably let us all go prone. And with as many people that should be going, I think we'll be safe to say we'll probably have the range.
Well, happy birthday to Mrs. Jessie B. Glad you could make it, buddy.
So I got a question. If I get to make it out there and we're shooting prone, who is gonna help me get up?
Me.
All of it.
I was gonna say the short guy. he's closer to the ground.
No, we all had and I know we say this every dang weekend, but we had a blast. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth the effort and the money and the time, because everybody's going to have to take a little time off of work, I think, depending on your work schedule. But we had a ball. We really did. A lot of us have never met each other person to person before. Of course, all those Georgia boys have, and we met the crazy Scotsman before, but it was good to meet like 4 or 5 other people that we'd never even met before. The camaraderie was amazing, and everybody had a good time. We'd get done shooting, head back to the motel, and fix us up some food and sit around. And I wanted to light a bonfire, but it was raining. So they told us we could if we could get it lit.
Yeah, there was no one else out there that had more ammo than us. I think we made people leave because people would shoot. Normally you go to a range. Before I became a reloader, I'd take 300-400 rounds to the range and be like, dang, I should have bought more ammo. Man, we had so much ammo because everybody was reloaders pretty much, So,
Yeah, it was crazy.
Nobody ran out of ammo. Everybody was shooting everybody else's ammo.
So we were on the long range for 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours.
I told Mark the first day, I said, here, started opening up ammo cans. He goes, holy crap. I'm like, shoot it. Just pick the brass up. Because I wasn't feeling good the first day. The second day, I was a lot better. And I actually had a lot more fun the second day.
I think I noticed Cyclops, dude.
Yeah, he was down at the range, Jay. He's got a good channel. Yeah, he's a good dude.
But this year, I do want to snag the people from Dead Zero Shooting Park, grab them in on the couches, set up some cameras, and let's do an interview video and see if we can boost their channel. And
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because last I
hell,
checked,
Fred Mark broke a leaf spring on the way out there. Y'all remember that? He showed up in that Ranger's all sideways.
He did. That's true. I forgot about that.
I got plenty of ammo. I ain't hauling it back. Oh, Lord. We had such a good time, and all of us started getting a little upset on the second day because they just left us in the waiting room, and we're all just talking and drinking coffee and whatever. And like, come on, my time's expiring on my long range shooting here. Then they just gave us the whole range. I was like, okay, I see what you did there.
We had to wait.
Patient.
We had to wait probably an hour and a half But
Yeah.
it got to the point where we were drinking so much of their coffee, they had to put us out there or they were going to go broke. So this is what happened. And I don't know if I should really say this out loud and in public because we can't expect the same kind of stuff this time. But the first day, they put us all in one bay, and the bay was ours to shoot and do whatever we wanted to. And we shot mostly pistols and light rifles. It went out to 65 yards. And then the second day, we had to wait. And then we all paid our money to go on to the long range out to 1,000 yards. And when you're on the shooting line and you're looking out at 1,000 yards, you like can't even see the targets out there. And they're 36 inches, I think. And it's like, man, that's a long way. And then you look at it through your scope and you can see what's out there, and it's all just in your mind. Yes,
Yep.
Vanessa, they do have a campground.
Mm-hmm.
There are several campgrounds right around there.
Yeah.
And they have lakes where you can fish.
Don't let the whole 1,000-yard thing intimidate you. It's really not that bad.
No, it's not.
You know.
Hey, or you could have my mentality. Whoo, y'all see I hit that dirt at 1,000 yards?
Hey, you know what? You know, it's funny, Jamie. What rifle was it you had there that you were trying to hit that 1,000 yards, but then you were going all over the target?
My 270.
270, yeah. I think he ran out of scope.
Yeah.
I told James, I said, you're hitting all around it. Just hit the damn middle. And he said, Kyle, I don't think you understand. I'm aiming at a leaf at an oak tree on the other side of the berm.
But you know what? He still had fun, and that's the whole point.
I'm sitting there spotting for him. I'm like, you're all over it, dude. Just hit it in the middle.
You know, there's two things that came away from that. Number one, he had fun, and number two, he learned that he didn't have enough scope. And we learn every day from what we're doing. So, if we pay attention, especially as reloaders, we learn what we're doing more and more.
And Eagle Eye, you are correct, Kenny. It's a lot easier to shoot 1,000 and correct than guess at 500. Because at 1,000, I don't care if you're MOA, mills, or anything else. It is what it is. Either your scope tracks correctly or it don't, and you'll figure it out right then.
Yep.
Yeah, I just checked their I think when we went down there, they only had like 30-something subscribers on their YouTube channel. They're at 86 now.
I just subscribed and maybe 87.
They
We blew them up one night, yeah.
They do have just like one video, but if you go over there on that one video and comment, just say Georgia Shooting Connection sent me. And then, so that way, because we told them we're going to try to boost their channel, and they told us that they will start putting out more content. But I just posted another link. This is just a generic YouTube search. And if you click on that link later after this stream, you'll see a lot of our videos. 243 Outdoors, Insight Freedom, Jamie, Kyle, me, whoever else, Scotsman. Let me see. The first one is 243 because I think of the views. I think it's rated by views. So,
did you make like a playlist or something?
No,
he just did a search.
And then I copied the link for the search and posted it in the side chat. So, I mean, if you just scroll down, you'll be like, hey, I know that guy right there.
Don't waste your time watching mine. Mine's just a quick tour of the range, and that's all I could post because I got no editing, and my laptop is about ready to go to the shooting range itself.
Well, that and the range wasn't open when you made that because you made that on Friday, right?
I did that on the first day, yeah.
Yeah, where we walked up there and yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Chris, I think the only thing my 270 needs is a better operator, and I think I got enough scope. I just need to learn what I'm doing with it better.
Are you taking that one back out there, Jamie?
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna shoot it again.
I might put a little bit better scope on it. That's my game plan. But my rifle is a Seiko AV, which is a very fine rifle. But it's the scope. The scope is the mounts. The ring and the mount is the same thing. The rings mount onto the receiver, and it's very proprietary.
Yep.
As to how it does that. And Seiko, Tikka, Beretta, all that stuff is about the same. So if I get a better, this is my choices. I can get the best 1-inch scope I can find, or if I pay big money for a better scope, I've got to find some way to mount a 30 millimeter or 34 millimeter tubes scope rings on that rifle.
Well, they make them. Actually, Tikka and Beretta, and they're all the same. But yeah, they make them for it. They are available.
And SWFA actually has the mounts that you need with a 20 MOA riser already built in. So when you zero your rifle at 100 yards, you'll actually be well below the center of your scope, which will give you a lot more up. Which with a 270,
Yes,
do what?
But I'll also shoot you a link for a scope that is decently priced. That'll probably work pretty well with that gun. It is a 30 mil tube though, so you are going to need that 30 mil mount. But like I said, it's available, and we can get you one of those too.
But if I did get a new scope mount, I would go for a 20 MOA built-in rise. That way your zero is down from center. That gives you more up. Just saying.
that's what more room to raise the thing up, the crosshairs.
What you whining about, sweetie pie? You want to go in there and play with? You want to go in there and play with Taylor, huh? She's like, yeah, I only get to see him. Okay.
Surrender, how you like that beanie hat?
The one I wore hunting.
No, the one Chico's picture.
Oh, that's straight out of Dirty South. I was chuckling.
No, that one.
Oh, that one.
right there.
That looks like his what is that? ChristianMingle.com profile.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, she called you out.
My title says,
Oh crap, you're back.
the title says enjoys long romantic walks in the gun store.
Must be Carter approved.
Right. All applications must go through the boss.
Yeah, I don't know how a pick rail is going to work on that Seiko, Kenny, but if anybody can figure it out, you can, bud.
There's stuff out there, man. Honestly, we can talk either after this or some other time. We'll get you fixed up, ready to go, because that stuff's all available. I don't know how many different ones on Seikos and Tikkas and all the rest of it. We'll get you fixed up.
And a 270 is perfectly capable of reaching out there. I'll bring mine this time. It's perfectly capable of reaching out there. We just got to get your scope figured in. And actually, me and you have the same dang scope. So on our 270s, the 3x9 Nikon BDCs, right?
Mine's a 4x12 by 42, I think.
Oh, had to step it up a notch on me, did you?
So, Lakeview, are you saying I can't shoot 1,000 yards with 270 Winchester? Or I don't need a 20 MOA rail to do it?
I'm sorry, Lakeview, but a 270 Winchester is much more capable than 500 yards.
Yeah, it'll hit 1,000 easy. We've seen it. We did it. It's doable.
Yeah, I was shooting way good at 600 yards. I don't know what size that.
You were shooting great at 1,000 yards. You were just here.
Everything but dang. I think we
Everything
did
but-
get it once.
Everything
didn't
but right here.
we? Oh, Lord.
Hey!
What up?
What up?
Who we got in this motley crew?
Oh, you got the whole motley crew. Look at that.
Big.
Meg,
Ozark.
Tim,
Yeah, is your name
Let's give it a
Hyde?
Dutch.
He is now.
I guess Tin Man changed his name to Hyde.
We rolled through Colorado.
Hyde.
That's right. Over
Rechargeable.
Colorado. Yeah.
Rechargeable.
Sorry we're late, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me.
They all showed up. Sorry we're late.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Lots of snow.
The trouble's here.
Was Chico here?
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Guess what Ozark brought home? Ozark confession.
A unicorn, Rossi 92 stainless steel, brand new, 357.38.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna shoot it tomorrow. He did that to torture.
Round barrel.
They just
or the
got
octagon
them back
barrel?
in 2 years. And they're on sale.
Does it have the round barrel or the octagon barrel?
The round barrel, it's the 20.
Okay, yeah, that's right. The other one's a little bit longer.
The stainless was only $20 more than the blue. So it was like, what? Yeah. So
Nice.
Chico, that's your exact rifle, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
All right. I think I have to say that we have made history right now. This is the most people on a StreamYard chat ever.
That's right.
I'm gonna have to probably agree. I think you got it right there.
We got 13.
8 people here, people.
hey,
All right,
how are you?
let's see everybody again. There's Cranky.
Well, let's start from the left. Yes, Cranky, MCK, Mark. We got, you know who this is. West Covina Dodge, Pat. Willie, the Bullet Man. Ozark Spirit. Tin Man. Meg, and Uncle Jim.
Hey, Meg.
Let's just say you got some of the best people. Let's just say you got some of the best people on YouTube, and then there's Uncle Jim.
Exactly right, because I do
Well.
feel like the wheel.
And who we run into at the gun store other than Taco and
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing Fancy was there too.
Yep.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
and he said he recognized me, a little nobody.
Oh, come on, Willie.
Yeah, he was like,
Anyone can recognize you, dude. Come on.
So,
It's hard. It's hard to miss the Ranger.
Hoorah.
Yeah, so we have Taco and Jerry 1911, so it'll be 10.
Nice.
10, Mike. And we're going to shoot
That's
a
awesome,
10
man.
millimeter, 2 of them.
couple of
No, 3 of them, a carbine, too. So
Uh,
10 for 10.
the car.
I cannot believe y'all are not in the reloading room loading up 38 and 357 right now.
So I have a question for Pat.
We were just in the reloading room doing 10
We're loading
millimeter.
10s right now.
For me.
I do have a question for Pat, Uncle Jim.
Mhm.
Oh,
You were outside in nothing but a shirt, and now you got a turtleneck on, and you're inside. What the hell?
Alcohol was involved.
Ozark makes a mean martini.
oh, it
I tell you-
bourbon.
I tell you what, I took Pat out to change targets, put up pants and things to shoot at, and snow drifts. There's no trail, and we got about halfway, and you're like, "Oh, there's altitude up here, isn't there?"
Yeah, they were both like, let's take a break.
No, I was up there. I was used to it.
Oh,
I was wheezing bad. I even
Yeah.
came in here and just sat down on the couch for
Yeah,
15 minutes.
because you're almost up to your knees in snow hiking up there, and even though it's only, not very far, it wears you down. Yeah.
Willie, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How was the Voodoo Ranger beer?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't drink it.
I had one.
Jim drank it.
I had one. It was good. It was good.
Oh, you did the demo.
I did the demo of it.
No, that was good. I like that.
I should have known. You were drinking water with cat whiskers.
No, that came from Nevada. It was real beer.
So 10 men still alive so far, huh? Congratulations.
You just got here.
It's only been like 2 hours though.
10 man here. We gotta fatten them up. We gotta fatten them up.
And I'm knocking on wood. I'm not falling yet.
Jim's been making us eat Tony's Pizza and 7-Eleven burritos.
No,
Oh, I'd be all over that.
we don't have either here.
What did you bring me?
We've been eating Ozarks.
And Ozark, it's Totino's pizzas.
No, Pat West Covina brought a bunch of meat and booze, and we had the best filet mignon last night I've ever had. Just awesome.
Thank you.
That's a negative. Kenny, Tin Man has not been zapped yet.
It Willie still put ketchup on it. So
Damn right I put ketchup on that steak.
Willie,
Vanessa's wondering if the ham's still in the sink.
That's totally American.
we're putting Leon turds in his leg in the morning.
That's okay.
The ham is still in the sink. I could show you. It's driving me nuts.
Ozark,
Man,
you just make sure you smack him again.
Hit him again.
You do not, I repeat, do not put ketchup on a steak.
Damn right.
People.
Hey man, I'm a Californian. Get off my back.
That's what I'm asking.
I got a
What's wrong with
question.
these people?
Organic.
No, the state has nothing to do with it. There's some freaks in California, and they still don't put ketchup on their steak.
Always have, always will.
I've seen pink Darth Vaders in Vegas, and they don't put ketchup on their steaks, Willie.
Can't help you.
we
How
haven't
you doing, brother?
we haven't been eating too good this week, Kyle. It's
I
all
know, rice and beans.
bacon and no meat and bacon and steaks. And
Yeah, Cheerios.
bacon and eggs, and I have fruit and salad out there. Nothing gets eaten. No, it's just
Yeah, ain't nobody eating a fruit salad.
With the fruit flies now.
yeah.
All I need is olives. I need meat. Where's the meat?
We're having our vegetables and martinis right now.
Oh, hell yes, hell yes, hell.
I ate all my vegetables right here on the stick. Oh,
Blue cheese stuffed olives? Anyone?
Hey, Chico, what were you saying, bud?
Yeah, I had a question for all those gentlemen out there and over there, Uncle Jim's. So look, what are you guys like the weapon you want to shoot out there at Uncle Jim's? Like what each of you, like you got a particular weapon that you want to shoot or like, suppressed or whatnot?
good luck with that.
I definitely the 44. Then he showed me his high point, which I want to try.
High point.
No,
High power.
There's a difference.
Same thing.
Hold on. Let's go from left to right. Let's go with Cranky.
We have no high
Cranky.
points.
Right, but I
Carl's
definitely
bringing the
the
one
Marlin 44 for me is something I definitely want to shoot. If he breaks out the M1 Grand, I would definitely want to shoot that.
Oh, we're all
That's
shooting.
mine.
We're
I
shooting.
definitely want to shoot Pat's Martini Henry.
Oh, you got to.
You got
We
it.
can do
That
that
was
here
a
in a minute.
blast.
Oh, and the minion gun.
And I know Tin Man wants to shoot the foul, so we'll do that in the ground.
Yes, sir.
But there's no high points here. That's
Oh,
a Browning high
And
power.
Meigs
I want to hear the pain.
10 millimeter, 1911.
Yep. And Taco's going to bring one, and he's bringing what carbine does he have?
9mm carbine, the new Ruger.
No, he had a 10 millimeter.
The 10mm is a Chris Vector.
The Chris. Okay, we'll shoot the 10 Chris. So we're loading for that right now. It's there's just too much to play with it's hard to
Chico, the one I want to shoot is all the guns.
Right.
I want to shoot
Oh, Cranky did like the 27 I whipped out, the Smith.
Yes.
Wesson.
I want to
Yeah.
shoot
I show him
I want to try that too.
I show him a snub, and he's like, "Well, I like a 6-inch barrel."
It
So
won't be dirty.
I whip out the 6-inch, and he was happy.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'll tell y'all, if I was there, the main one I would want to shoot.
Scotsman.
Hang on. What did you say?
If I was there, the main one or the first one I would want to shoot would be the Martini Henry, just because that's not like an.
It's as tall as you.
And I can shoot it.
Yeah, here's the thing you gotta learn about Chico.
Chico, you can come out so that
shoot and show him that it's bigger than he is.
I think
We were hitting bullseye at 75 yards.
I took a shower today and looked at my arm. It was either the 458 or that. But I have bruise on my arm.
Pain.
Yeah, but it was fun. I loved it.
Lots
Love. First shot yesterday.
Make sure you hold
Oh,
it
get on camera.
Hold your thumb over it, because if not, the first shot I broke my nose with that martini.
Hey, Willie.
On camera.
Got a breath in the nose.
He just killed it.
Willie, do not ever feel bad because you had to lean on the car, man.
Oh, I'm leaning on the car.
No, it's
Don't ever feel bad. I watched that video and I'm like, come on, Willie, dude. Come on. Seriously, man.
Yeah, we're all going to line up.
You got to lean on the car. You got to lean on the car, dude. It's all good.
What it looked to me like, he was the most stable one of all of them.
Scotsman, I think. Scotsman, I haven't had time to do videos, but I threw some clips together. And in that clip, Willie's like, I was saying, "Oh, I might slip," and I'm trying to adjust. And Willie said, "Yeah, I leaned against the car," and I said, "Willie, you got one leg. I'm barely, so slippery out here. I can barely do it with two legs."
I know, and that's what I'm saying because he was feeling bad about leaning against the car. I'm like,
that is in that video, and I'll tell you what, he is a trooper. He hasn't slipped out
he's
there.
getting around amazingly.
no. And I want to say something else about that too. If you guys haven't seen his lag,
We were out there last
and not to draw attention to it, but it is very patriotic and brother, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Wait a minute.
Scotsman, it was 23 degrees last night, and the sun had gone over the ridge, and Willie's like, dang, I'm so cold, I can't feel my right foot.
No, Scotsman, you probably haven't seen it yet, but in Morning One video, where everyone gets tattooed while they're asleep, Willie's leg is proudly represented. Yes.
Only if you say no.
I love Willie's leg.
We got 3 new fish. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah. I plan to be dragging Tin Man asleep on a sled on my quad up the hill.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're gonna bag him and tag him and drag him. Yeah.
I picked up a shirt here a while ago just to wear just for Willie every now and then. Romeo Lima Tango Whiskey.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, man. And it's awesome. I love wearing that shirt. People look like, hoorah, bitch. That's what it means.
I could get so much ass, I lost my leg.
In the latest video, we did a Ranger beer commercial with Willie. Yes. Well, that was the intro to the video.
That's right. Voodoo Ranger.
Ranger beer from a Ranger.
Well, Jerry's going to be here tomorrow. He's a ranger too, so.
Yeah, we got some more Ranger beer. We'll do another commercial.
Hey, Preacher. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Preacher, we miss you. Oh, man.
Hi, bye.
There's a lot of people.
Big drink all the milk.
There's a lot of people we miss here. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It is. Okay, let me tell you this.
If Preacher comes out, he needs to bring barbecue.
Well, this is the first time.
Oh, he's
No, real barbecue. He needs to bring.
Yeah, this is the first time for me ever meeting these guys, especially at all at once. There's going to be 8-10. And I tell you what, it is so awesome. It's the way to go. You know what they're like because of their videos and live chats and everything. And then you get, like I said before, the 3D effect. It is just awesome having these guys here. I was all stressed out, but it just goes away because it's so nice.
Because we tie you
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Dead zero, baby. Dead zero.
And everybody's You would think, you know, in the videos,
Definitely not.
personality is the
My
same.
train's coming.
You know, for the most part, everybody's taller than you.
Nice.
think.
That's true. That's so true. YouTube does not show height.
So between Chico and Mig, who's taller?
Meg.
Chico and
Oh,
Mig's taller. Mig's got to be taller.
No.
I think I'm closer to Uncle Jim.
That's okay.
Oh, what are you
How
talking
tall are you,
about?
Chico?
It was funny because
I'm 5'10" and I look like a midget.
Oh shit! I didn't think you were that tall.
Yeah, I know. I'm 5'10" and I look like a midget next to Kavina.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that day one video when I seen Kavina out there and Ozark was shooting the martinis. Oh, you're about my height.
Single shot.
No, it's all. It's got to be camera angles because I saw the video and I went, "Oh my god!" But,
Uncle
No, what
Jim,
I'm thinking.
Kavina,
ass.
It's all
yeah, Kavina's pretty tall. And I said in the video, I'm 5'10". That's used to be normal height. And all these guys that showed up the first
Are
day
you saying I'm
are
not
towering me.
Abby,
Yes.
I'm subnormal?
No.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I just said
Yeah, that's what I
5'10".
heard.
That's what I heard.
I said
Yeah.
5'10" is normal.
No.
So 5'8"
cut
is
the video. Put it
subnormal.
All right, Cranky.
So Chico,
Okay.
you know,
No. See, Cranky, you're normal.
Here you go. The next video.
You're normal for being unnormal.
Next
All right,
video
guys,
will be next to Cranky.
no.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's,
Stand next to Scotsman.
it's going to be
Yeah.
as good as
Yeah.
Kyle and Scotsman. That was
As
that
a
was
matter of
great.
fact, if I get the right camera angle, I'll have Kavina first and then Cranky
Yeah.
in the back, and he'll look like he's knee high.
well, Scotsman kept calling Kyle a troll.
Jamie, go ahead.
I can't.
The
All
beard,
right,
you really
where's
got-
Jump in.
One of the things I wanted to say is I agree with Tread. We're glad that y'all are all there and that you're all safe. One of the things that struck all of us about when we met up at Dead Zero was the fact that what Uncle Jim said. You get to know these guys through their videos and stuff, and then when you meet them, you realize that they're all genuine people and that they are who they seem to be on their videos.
Yes, it's 3D, and you don't have that standoffish thing like, oh, a stranger. It's like
Yeah.
immediately they're a family member.
Well, even I said in the chat earlier,
Mark,
too,
an hour ago, MCK just showed up, and so did Cranky, and so did Tin Man. An hour, within 5 minutes, we were already, we'd known each other forever. Yeah.
I said it in the Slack chat earlier too, but I've even met people that just comment, and
Here, let me turn that up a little.
even just the people that comment. I've actually had someone not too long ago in Walmart go, "Hey, ain't Scotsman?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Headman 440." I'm like, "Dude."
Yes, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the time someone comes up and says, "Uncle Jim."
It doesn't matter if
Oh, no.
if you just comment, if you make videos. We all appreciate you, and it's always awesome to meet you guys. So if you do happen to see us, don't be afraid to yell Scotsman, whatever. That's me. He yelled it in Walmart, and I'm like, what?
All right, Georgia boys, question. Do we have any dates for the Dead Zero?
Y'all weren't watching. Were
No,
you?
not
right.
yet, MCK. Sometime this week, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully this week, man. I don't know if you guys heard, if you weren't watching earlier, Scott's been gone on vacation for a while, and I know he's been the one coordinating kind of what's going on.
Not Scotsman, not Scotsman. Insight Freedom.
Scott.
No.
Scott has
Oh,
been.
you said Scott Ben.
Yeah.
I saw it. It sounded like Scotsman's gone.
But I'll be calling him later this week. He is back finally and getting his feet back on and wet and back and doing what he needs to do. So I'll call him this week and we'll get dates put in stone.
Yeah,
250 type of
get them
fish.
published because my son and I
I'm like,
definitely want to go.
Yep. As soon as I know, I'll let everyone know kind of what's going on. And we'll go from there.
Well,
We
we've
can
been
drive down. We'll bring a bunch of stuff to shoot.
We've been talking about shooting at the 1,000-yard range, and we've been kind of talking about
Nothing
Oh.
matches at all. The whole thing.
one of the things that Kyle talked about last week after we got off. Kyle, you want to run down you want to talk about that, and then we got to get off of here. We're at our time to wrap things up, but
What am I running down, sir?
the importance of most scopes on the market today have mil-dot reticles, and they have MOA adjusting turrets.
Oh, the very first thing that I would recommend is if you have an MOA reticle, it better have MOA adjustments. If it's an MOA or a mil-dot reticle, it better have mil-dot adjustments. Don't complicate it, because if you do that, just make sure the reticle matches the turrets, and that's it.
See,
I'm not sure what you wanted me to run.
my plan was to just hand my rifle to Josh and let him sight it in for 1,000 yards, and then let me shoot it.
Done deal.
Well, what's your rifle? What's your scope?
Look at that.
Now 223.
A red dot.
That's how he does it,
It-
right
it-
there.
9 by or 3 by
Holy shit,
no 4 by 12
Oh, it's a hot bag.
Vortex.
Now, is it in MOA or mil?
Didn't show you that.
I think it's mil-dot.
The reticle. The reticle is mil-dot, or the turret's mil-dot.
Doesn't do it on my eye. I don't know how to.
I don't know.
Show me later.
It's crossfire too.
Yeah, it is. I have the same one.
Yeah, you have to show me where I was.
But
You good.
at my range, I can't shoot more than 100 yards, so I have no idea. So I would want someone that knows what they're doing, try to sight it in for something longer. And
Well, I took my SWFA fixed 10 power on my 308, dialed in my scope dope, and I fucked up on the wind at the end of the range, and I missed the target by 2 inches on my first shot. I was a little pissed about that because I
You should be.
didn't figure it in.
We made it the entire chat, including myself, not swearing. And right at the very end, Kyle goes ahead and blows it out the water.
With that being said, guys, thanks for joining us. Another Georgia Student Connection. And that's it. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to pass it off real quick. Sharinda, you got anything coming up in the future?
You're muted.
Congratulations on your deer.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you got a deer.
Yeah.
I did. I got a deer and I got a duck hunt coming up. So we'll see how that turns out.
duck turkey.
Yep, and I processed it myself. So me and that deer were one.
Make it
And now
taste
the
nice.
vultures are circling my freezer.
Yeah, dude.
You might want to plug it in.
For the freezer, I may want to check and put a lock on it. But other than that, no, I don't have anything. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be hoodwinked and bamboozled for some more lady pew pew play dates, as I like to call them.
Lady pee play dates. There you go.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Hey, Sharinda, so was it just as easy as letting one walk by and shoot it like my wife thinks?
Actually, that was a hunting and blessing in disguise. When I first got there, I actually passed on 4, and then this other one came out, and she like, get me, take all of me, and I got her. So
Well, I joke around and call my wife for the job.
yeah, and I didn't have to chase it, so I was super excited and stoked about that. I got her. I slapped her. She went down, and I didn't have to chase her. So I was like, yes,
Nice. First one's always the best one.
yes. And I saved her head.
Smack by.
Nice.
Shuffle right up to him.
Good job. That is really cool.
All right, Kyle.
Thanks for everybody coming out. A great side chat tonight. We went in and out of a bunch of different topics, and we actually managed to keep it away from politics, just more about gun rights in general. And I was really proud of everybody for that. I appreciate that because that's not what we try to do here. But yeah, y'all missed it. Shh. It's been a great side chat. It's been a great live chat, and I hate it that the Motley Crew showed up so late when they did because I thought that was going to be a hoot.
Two words: Colorado mountains.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I've been over them. But thanks for everybody in the side chat showing up. There was a lot of great questions, and we were able to give a lot of good answers, I felt. So that's always good. I know one thing. I got to get started reloading for our April. I know it's a month, but our April get up at dead zero because I'm not showing up without enough ammo because you don't want to do that. Then you having to ask everybody to borrow theirs, and it's just not cool.
How do you borrow ammo?
Do what?
I said, how do you borrow ammo?
Well, you give them back to brass.
Oh, okay.
He runs around with a 5-gallon bucket.
And actually, you don't really have to borrow ammo or brass as long as you got Chico. You just hand him a 5-gallon bucket and go over there to the steel shooting competition and gather it up. And he will. And he will. Anyway, that's what I got. I got, I'm going to do a little bit of stuff around the house this weekend. Hopefully the weather's not too bad. I hope to do some casting in the morning because I got to get some 44 caliber stuff going so I can have it loaded up to come up there. And that I still got to load a bunch of 308 and all that. But yeah, the 308's not hard, so I don't have to do a whole lot of work for that. I just have to pay for the bullets. So, but anyway, that's where I'm at. And let's see, where are we at? There.
Scotsman.
All right. I appreciate the invite as always. Always a pleasure to be here. Love all you guys. Love everyone on the side chat. You guys keep rocking it out. I'm glad we could get the Brady Bunch together. Great to see Willie there with everyone and having a good time, enjoying himself, and all you guys just having some freedom-loving time. Just awesome. Guys, please don't forget Mr. Holster. I did put a link out there in the side chat. I do have something coming up here, hopefully either this week or next week, as far as prizes for that. But again, it's not about the prizes. It's about trying to help him out, help the wife out so that she's taken care of. Because as I stated before, it doesn't look like he's going to make it. We all hope and pray that he does, but it's definitely not looking good. We won't know anything else until the 17th when he goes in for another scan. But we definitely are hoping for good. But I can tell you his demeanor and his attitude and the way he's talking right now, he's pretty sure it's not going to be good. So the more we can do, the better. Johnny from 182nd Ideas won the AK. I did ship that out. He should probably have that by now. And I know he's going to be doing a video here pretty soon to try and help out and get some more awareness going. So the more you guys can do, the more you guys can share. Even if you can't donate, sharing is huge. Share on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys use, please do so. Help out. It is much, much appreciated, both from myself and from him, the wife, and everyone here. So, again, thanks for the invite, brother. Always good to be here and appreciate y'all.
Thanks for joining us, brother. It's always a pleasure to have you. And now we'll go to the Brady Bunch.
Go ahead, Mark. Start us off. Hey, everybody, just get ready for Dead Zero. That's the next meetup, and I'm looking forward to it. Sounds like we're going to have a good crew.
I'm going to enjoy shooting for the next 2 or 3 days and then back to the grind at work. But this is the first vacation in a couple of years for me, and this is well worth it. And all these guys are great in person, every single one of them.
I got to triple what Pat just said. It's incredible meeting all these guys. It feels like family. Let's put it that way. First time I met Kurt, but I know him. I know everything about him pretty much in my mind. It's great. Knocking on wood, I haven't fallen. If I fall, I fall. Jim's so worried about me falling, and he's almost fell. So
I worried like a mother hen since he got here, and I'm like, look at that guy go. I mean, he's a rock star on that. Yes.
He's not a rock star. He's a ranger.
Yeah.
well, exactly.
I almost did a face plant getting the garbage can one of these. And Willie's just romping around like nothing. So
That's great. I appreciate it.
no more ulcer on that.
No more ulcer. Just stumpy wumpy. Go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, like they said, it's crazy seeing these people for the first time, and you know exactly who they are when you meet them. And it's like you're in a 3D movie, and they look exactly the same. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Can't describe it.
I already knew Tin Man. Yep. And Meg and all you guys. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Super thankful for being able to do this.
If you guys ever come here, I don't mean to interrupt you. It's so beautiful, this piece of land and this house.
Oh yeah.
Just incredible. I'm not going to want to go back to California. Uncle Jim's going to have to dot my ass because I ain't leaving.
The scenery in Utah is beautiful coming from the east. It was absolutely beautiful.
I can't believe you drove all this way.
Yep.
Holy crap.
I'll do it again.
Man.
You guys are great.
All right, I want to say thanks for inviting us, and I look forward to shooting with everybody in the next few days, and I hope we're going to make this an annual event.
Oh, and then he looks at me.
Yes, I'm volunteering at Jim's house right now.
You should look to my wife like, oh.
Yeah, no pressure or nothing. They did the same thing to us at Dead Zero, guys. So, yeah.
Yep.
Chapter 12. Hey, I want to be at Dead Zero too, but I don't know. I'm not going to ask for a GoFundMe when the money should go to Mr. Holzer for a reason.
But I hope everybody saw Mig's video, and I'm looking forward to the slicing of that country ham.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to eating it.
And I'm hoping maybe what happened to Ozark?
He's like doing our dinner right now.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe that man right there. That man could cook. Yeah, he can cook. All right, so it's time for us to get off of here. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll have plenty of after chat. So you guys in the side chat, thanks for coming and making it such a fun time as you always do. We had a little bit over 50 tonight, so we want to thank each and every one of you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all next week. We hope God blesses y'all real good, and we'll see you next week. Say bye, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.